In this class, I can't remember if it was showing already or not, but I typically keep the three most recent announcements on the homepage of Canvas. So when you log in, you click the homepage, the three most recent by date will be here at the top of the homepage. Okay. If you have not seen this fall volunteer event sign up list, please. This is the Thursday. This is for Thursday classes. The only time you need, we are already going to be at the bed making competition next week with my previous class. So our class, and I'll post an announcement again to remind you, but our class is just going to meet directly at the Alamo Convocation Center. Okay. Um, and again, your attire is going to be more casual because we're going to be folding sheets. We're going to be moving around. So you can be a little bit more casual in your attire, maybe some shorts, jeans if you want to. If you want to just have like a solid color polo shirt, you can do that. The theme of the event is sports. So if you want to wear the jersey of your favorite player, or you want to wear a t-shirt of your favorite sports team, that's totally appropriate. And the only reason I need you to fill out this form is if you are planning on coming before and you're going to be there during the lunch time. Okay. If you're going to be there just during our regular class time, you don't necessarily need to fill out this form. Okay. It's primarily just because I provide lunch at about 11:30 noon. And so, or 11:30 or so. And so I want to make sure I have enough food. So if you are not going to be here, or you're not going to be there at the competition around the noon time, the lunch time frame, then you don't necessarily need to fill out the form. Okay.
Excuse me, Mr. Minsky.
Yes, sir.
So, normally our class begins at 2, but you're talking about being there at 11:30 for lunch. So, what time are we expected to show up there?
At 2 o'clock. But if you have the ability and you would like to show up early and assist, you can. That's optional. But if it's 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock is our class time. So 2 to 3:15, that's the expectation. If you can go above that expectation and be there a little bit early, that'd be great. But if not, then don't worry about it.
Might we get extra credit for showing up early?
Possible. Yes, Amaya.
Posting the exact
Address, I will. Yep, I'll post it as an announcement. Exactly. If you're familiar where the San Antonio Zoo is and where the zoo parking garage is, it's right across the street from the zoo parking garage. That'll give you a point of reference, but I will put the exact address. Okay. For you. Yes.
I already filled it out, but I'm not gonna be able to.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, just let me know.
Cool. Thanks. All right. The other thing is the hidden gems. Remember that is a 21 and up only event. And then the street tacos. They have given me 4 dates and they've narrowed it down to 4 dates. It's going to be either Saturday or Sunday, October 25th or 26th, or 1st or 2nd. I told them to tell me what works best for the hotel. Okay. So that's going to be one of those 4 dates. Remember, I'm going to post when the form will be active, right? Because I'm only able to take the first 4 teams. And you have to fill out the form as a team, right? So all 3 team members need to be on that form when you fill it out. Okay, a full complete team. If you only fill out 2 people and there's not 3 people on your team, then I'm just going to go on to the next person who signed up. Okay, so the first 4 teams that sign up that are full teams, I will sign them up for the competition, and then the teams after that in order will be on like an on-call basis, standby, just in case one of the other teams has to back out. Okay. So that will happen, and I will post that and let you know when that will be. The only other thing that I have not posted that I will, maybe a little bit closer to the date, is the November 4th. Remember, that is the evening networking time with the International Live Event Association. It'll happen on November 4th upstairs on the 4th floor. And during that event, they also will provide an opportunity for you to have your professional headshot taken. So if you want a professional picture taken for your LinkedIn profile or whatever. If you are culinary or baking focused, I would recommend wearing your chef uniform. But you could also just come dressed professionally if you want that as well. Okay. Any questions, comments, concerns about those announcements? Yes.
What was that November one called?
November 4th, it's called Handshakes and Headshots. It's with the International Live Event Association. So they're going to do some kind of networking activity with you. And then, so with their membership and the students, and then they'll also offer the headshots as well as part of the event. It'll be 6 to 8 p.m. It's in the evening, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m.
National?
It will be happening during international cuisine class, yes, on Tuesday night, on your prep day. So you might ask if you can just swing in and take a picture. You know, you're already being chef uniform, but ultimately that's up to the chef's discretion. Okay. Yes.
For the second one,
Uh-huh.
it's 21 and up, but we're not allowed to participate.
In the alcohol. In the food, yes, but the alcohol, no.
Okay,
Correct.
so I'm just curious why they have it for 21 and up. then
No.
For volunteers, if we're not allowed to participate anyway.
It's just because it's the college. My boss said no one under 21 because it's basically an open alcohol event. Right? So it's not an event where there is going to be a bar, but every station's going to have alcohol as well.
And minors there.
And so they're going to card at the door. But really the event is posted as a 21 and up only event. So they're going to basically card at the door to make sure that everyone's up for 21 and get a wristband. And just because of the easily accessible alcohol, my boss said no. Well, no one under 21.
And so we would just be like servers almost, or
No, so the that's a good question. So for this event for Hidden Gems, bussing tables, just kind of cleaning up as you go, but also running food from the chef's tables. They're doing a blind tasting this year. In the years past, the chefs have presented their food dishes to the judges, but they feel like the judges sometimes can be a little biased. So this year they're doing a blind tasting, and so they'll have students, they'll have to get 3 plates from each plate to the judges. And so we'll use some students to run those food back and forth. So either food running and or bussing tables. But then in the meantime, if you swing by and you want to grab a bite to eat at a table, then you can do that. You can participate in that regard. Good
what
question.
time is that one?
That one I believe is 5 to 8. 5 p.m. to 8 p.m.
And you said for,
No, sir.
you said
Yes.
that one, we have to be in groups or,
Nope. The solid hidden gems you can volunteer solo.
Okay.
The first 10 people are gonna that fill out the form. I will share their contact information with Sala. And then I will not be there because I have another event that's scheduled that night. So I won't be there. I'm really bummed. But I will have someone from St. Philip's College, another faculty member there, and I'll let you know who that person is.
it was a street taco one. That was the group one.
That's the group one, the street tacos, yes. Uh-huh. Good questions. And it's all being recorded, so you can go back and review it if you have questions. Okay. So the other thing I want to talk about really quickly is in this class, did we talk about the extra credit assignments in this class?
No, we
No,
didn't.
okay. So the extra credit assignments, these are basically your notes for you to upload your notes during our live lectures. Okay. Now, in the past, I have printed these out and provided copies for the students. Unfortunately, I went through a lot of paper last year. Apparently, they can figure out how much paper I'm printing. And I killed a lot of trees last year. So, and also not always, the students didn't always do it. Okay. And so I also made that ultimate decision to not print out the papers this year. Okay. Basically, when you go to the module, you're gonna see these in-class discussion notes pages for the chapters, okay? When you open that, you can either download it to your computer and you can just follow along and do it digitally and then submit it. Or if you want to print it out, you can print it out and then turn it in. Okay. When you take a picture, upload pictures, you can upload a scan document, whatever. When you upload that to the extra credit assignment for that particular chapter, okay? At the end of the semester, I will add 0.25 points. So that's a quarter of a point onto your final average at the end of the semester. Okay. We have 10 chapters. 10 times 0.25 is 2.5. So if you have an 88 and you've done all 10 chapters, then I can bump you up to a 90. Okay. This is not designed, just because you take the notes, is not designed for you to go from like a 70 to an 80 or a 90. Okay. This is just if you're on that cusp, I can bump you up by doing that. I will tell you, most people that do the notes don't need the extra credit. It's the people that want extra credit. I go and look and they've done no notes pages. Okay. I think there's a correlation there. I think there's a connection, but I'm not quite sure. I haven't studied the data yet. Okay. The jury's still out. But that also being said, because I am not printing the papers, okay. Because I am not printing the papers this semester, I will accept just your notes that you take. It doesn't necessarily have to be this particular page that I put. Okay, so I'm okay to just take the notes that you took, as long as I know you're just taking notes instead of just sitting there doing nothing. Okay.
Mr. Umansky, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Is there a due date on these extra credit or?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Thank you.
I mean, technically, I should put at least a week or two so you can get it in, but you know, I don't. Would it be helpful for you if I did?
No.
I don't know. I mean, I don't. It doesn't matter if you don't. I was just asking.
Okay.
Don't.
So that's what those are for. They do not count towards your actual grade itself. So if it's sitting empty and there's a 0 there, then that's okay. It's not going to count towards your final grade. I just go and look and add up how many you've turned in, okay, and how many you have done, and that's what I use to calculate. Okay. So questions, comments, concerns about that information?
Mr. Umansky,
Yes.
is it just from these lectures, or is it also about our your online lectures that you want us to watch ahead of class?
I mean, I would love the online lectures, but the in-class lectures follow the online lectures. So, I mean, you can take notes, like as you're watching those videos, you can take notes, and then some of them may already be things that we cover in class. So yeah, it could be a mixture of both. Good question. All right. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording to create a new one. So I'll post 2 different videos.